We're live.
And we are. Woohoo!
Hello!
Hello, everybody.
After our long hiatus.
Yeah,
We're
long
back.
hiatus. We are back. Hello, and welcome to Black Dragon Roleplay, where we are not professional voice actors. We are not gaming gods. We're just a group of friends that have been brought together through the love of story who want to share our tabletop adventures with all of you. A few things before we start our session proper. We're so glad that you are here watching us live here on Twitch. We appreciate all the support that we have here. If you are new here and you want to keep up with the campaign, please drop us a follow. That way you can be notified whenever we go live again and we continue the campaign. If you want to keep track and interact with us when we are not on stream, hit us up on our Discord. The link is in the boxes below. If you'd like to support us, there is a subscribe button. Drop your Prime, drop a sub for some emotes, support the stream. We greatly appreciate everyone who supports the stream. And if you can't make it to us, if you can't make it to watch us live on Twitch, we have been posting our weekly shows on our YouTube channel. Everything that we do here on stream goes live to our YouTube channel. Black Dragon RP on YouTube is where you can find all of our content. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Last Sunday was movie night, where Ryan and I watched Eric the Viking. Which was an awesome experience. I had never seen that. It was a fun movie. This weekend is Moose Talks. This is where we talk about the D&D show that we do here. Talk a little bit about tonight's episode, probably the previous ones of what we can remember since it's been a couple weeks, but we will definitely talk about the campaign so far, a little bit of character information. If it was a BuzzFeed, my title would say, OMG, what Dante really thinks about Delilah and 10 other facts about Tribus you won't believe. Just wait till you hear number 4.
Doctors hate him.
Yeah. So we hope you will join us again Sunday, usually about 10 a.m. Eastern time. But that's kind of loosey-goosey on that. So we'll come join us again, follow us, and you'll know when we go live. We hope you join us, be a part of that. And if that goes quick, maybe we'll jump into some Valheim or something like that. I want to play that again. So, all right, I think we're good. I think we need to start with our recap,
Yes, please.
so everyone knows what the hell we're doing here. Our recap, episode 19, The Historian. While our heroes explore the Heroes Gallery, curator Jeremiah Kobles sees our heroes as possible helpers out of a bad situation. After finding a priceless ring, the curator got into some financial issues with the Golden Lily Casino and ended up giving the ring to the casino until he could find money. He is willing to give up the 5 sound boxes full of valuable, never before heard information about the Vox Populi if the team is willing to help get the ring back from the casino. The team is considering this information while they are leaving the gallery when a voice calls for Delilah. Kingsguard Lieutenant Gustav Beauregard, having gotten Delilah's message, is searching for her in the town square, and upon finding her, is shocked but understanding of the pregnancy situation. After a private talk, Delilah has high hopes for them being able to work things out. Emmy is able to visit the Oskith Foundation, a school for the magically inclined, but finds that the campus, much like much of the town, is shut down to the ongoing King's Battle celebrations. In the shopping district, the party finds the Magic Door, a magic shop recommended to them from their mage friend, Weiss. The jade that the group collected in Ujat is able to get them 2 scrolls, one called Empathy, the other called Origami, and a potion of possibility, as well as 7,000 gold. As the group returns to the Boar's Nest, we fast forward to a vision that Camiel has in the evening. Again, she is flying, this time over Alma, first over Silt and the White Lady, next over Soderham and Sohir. As it approaches a small body of water, you look down and you see a red body with ethereal wings. And as you try again to focus on its face, the water ripples and she awakens. So you guys, the way we were handling this is because not everybody was around, and that still may be kind of the case, but we're here now. We're gonna take it back just a second and go back to you guys coming back to the Boar's Nest and wanting to be able to discuss what the pros and cons were of being able to meet for the casino, and that you guys had a meeting or were planned to have a meeting this evening with Jeremiah Kobles.
Boy, that's right.
Is Delilah still with us?
Delilah has met back up after finding and coming back from meeting with her significant other, and tells you guys about what they had talked about. They had talked about Lieutenant Gustav was talking about possibly even staying in Ropeburg so that the families would be less involved in their lives, being so distant from them, and thinking about the possibility of staying there and transferring to the Crown's Guard in Ropeburg.
How does she look?
She looks happy. She looks everything physically. She looks fine. She definitely looks a little bit more upbeat than you've seen her. Kind of a stress that's been somewhat kind of lifted from her. Definitely a little bit happier.
Well, that's good to hear.
Dante just wants to make note that she's there so he doesn't say anything that may or may not offend her again. Like he did last time.
It was a dirty trick by the DM.
That was indeed, and I loved it.
So the evening goes on within the Boar's Nest. You guys have settled down at a table, and kind of later in the evening, probably about 8-9 o'clock, you see a well-dressed man, short, small frame, slick black hair. The same person that you had seen in the gallery, kind of approaches, looks around and sees you guys at a table, and approaches. Dante, was it? Good chap. Quick fingers, yes?
Excuse me?
Dante, was it? And he reaches out his hand to shake yours.
Dante does not shake his hand. Who are you?
Curator Jeremiah Kobles.
And Dante just looks. Dante just.
I forgot what it was.
No, it's alright.
Change to the boy. I got a little lost there. I was like, "Whoa."
Dante's been lost. I'm sorry.
No. Cameo can save you. Cameo can save you. Don't worry.
Dante's just literally being an asshole. He's just sort of looking around, going, "Do we know him, guys?"
Cameo looks at Jeremiah and just kind of laughs and waves it off and says, "Oh, don't worry about him. He's just got his heart broken."
Oh, my heart.
I for sure know that. I've been there.
Bullshit.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, I may look like kind of a stick in the mud, but for the curator's scene, yeah.
No.
One of the wild ones.
Tell me it ain't so.
I tell you, I've been around my fair share.
Well, maybe you aren't really lucky with the ladies because you've got a gambling problem. Do you think about that?
Well, yeah, that's possible. And sometimes they help me. The gamble.
These are details that I don't think we need to. Well, gambling. Okay.
Yes, gambling. I don't know what you're thinking, but gambling. Sometimes they encourage it. Sometimes they're encouraging it because they are working for the casino, but and the time, it's sometimes kind of hard to figure out who's who. But anyway, that's neither here or not here or there. You guys have a private space that's better suited for such conversation. Not
Take us to
love
dinner
life,
first.
certainly there. Not for our nothing for that. Nothing unbecometh of strangers here. But if you have any questions for me about my previous proposal.
Dante just looks.
Actually,
Yeah, Dante looks at the others, waiting to see. Are we in the quiet spot?
No. The tavern itself is pretty busy. There's a lot of people moving, a lot of people coming in and out. It's the night before the first day of battles, so there's a large crowd there. You hear kind of a constant buzz of a little bit of music from a few people that are playing, and a lot of talking and laughing and carrying on and festival type atmosphere around you. So yeah, it is kind of loud where you're at.
Did we end up getting a big room? Was this the place that we got the really big room for everybody?
You got a big room with one bed and lots of floor space.
Well, maybe a little bit forward, but perhaps we journey on upstairs and chat this out so nobody can hear us.
That would be reassuring. Most reassuring.
Okay, well, Dante will make sure to grab 1 or 2 bottles of wine to take up for him, and maybe some food if there's anything easy and quick to grab, just so that they've got something to nibble on while they chat and discuss.
Yep, that's definitely doable. There's some food there. There's some drinks that you can bring up to the room, and as you lead them up, it's on the 3rd floor. The 2nd floor is kind of like a overlooking the main bar area, and just kind of has tables lining the outside edge. And then there's a 3rd floor with where your so-called suite is. And you guys can make your way in there and kind of huddle around. Jeremiah comes in, one of the 2nd or 3rd, following you guys, and immediately just go and sits in the only chair in the place.
Bran will position himself next to the door and just kind of lean against the wall.
So, what questions would you have for me?
We're all on the same page, right? Are we? Do we? And Dante's just sitting there, like, kind of ignoring the guy as well. We did agree that we were going to go rob this place, didn't we?
I believe you agreed.
I thought it was a mutual decision voiced by me, Bran.
I was not aware you had any telepathic abilities, Dante.
Oh, I can feel it. Don't you worry. See? I feel the good vibes between us, Bran. Did we want to do this?
I only personally really want to do it because she took something from Branimir that needs to be returned.
And that's only assuming that it's in that casino.
Well, it doesn't hurt to do a little bit of a sneak peek, right?
Yeah, exactly. In and out, Bran.
Who is the she that you're talking about?
Oh, the silver cunt.
Erica.
That too.
Dante is pissing himself laughing.
Erica. Well, the manager who runs most of the operation is named Zizzo. I know there's someone that he calls boss because when I told him about the ring, he said that the boss lady would be very keen, but I'd never heard of a name.
That's probably her.
She's a bit of a raging bitch at times. At least from my experience.
At times, yes.
At times, 24 hours a day.
Well, if you guys were to do this, Goose or Zizzo would probably be with the high rollers in the VIP section of King's Battle, entertaining is what he seems to do best. Not really security. Security's but led by the Bull, Samuel Guzik. Stocky guy. He's kind of built like a castle wall. He had a big stack of muscles. I've never seen him leave the casino, so he should be there no matter what.
Alright, so we've got the bull. What kind of security are we talking about? Do you know? Just some thugs?
Well, typically, yes. As far as I know, there'll be some security, but if Zizzo is entertaining, some of those will be with him and at the King's Battle. So most of it, there'll be some with him, and there'll be some here. So it's a good. It's kind of splitting the defenses, if you will. But yeah, the Bull is the one that's the leader of the group. The rest are probably locals and mercenaries and whoever they could find, really.
So we're not looking at professionals here. We're looking at.
There's a few. The Bull is a trained, and I'm sure those around him will be trained as well. But I'm sure there'll be some that are not. If there's any extra guards, they'll probably be just people they've picked up along the way.
Okay. So, could you
have you seen the casino?
We haven't been inside.
Obviously, you've seen it. I mean, if you look right out the windows here, you can see the place. But have you been inside?
Not yet. I don't believe. Did anybody hop inside?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it's a pretty large place, as you can see. There are lots of tables, lots of games of chance. The card room, it's one of the biggest in all of Tribus. The place is packed with tourists. Simply amazing week. So much money this week there. Yeah, so glad I've lost my privileges there. So first and second floor are nothing but tables. Third floor is high rollers. This is the VIP section, but it's only about half of the third floor. The other side of the third floor is the main boss's office. It has an office takes up the other half of the third floor. Now, while I was being, shall we say, escorted out, we went past where this office doors are, and there are two halls leading from the VIP section that both wrap around and meet the set of double doors which lead into the office. This is where I saw them take the ring. I saw the doors open when the manager, when Goose went in there.
So how do we know this Goose doesn't have a key or something to unlock those doors?
Oh, that's definitely possible. That's why I found you very interesting. You said that you could pick any lock given to you, yeah?
In time, I suppose.
Yeah.
But if we're in the middle of a hallway with the chance of anybody walking up on us, do you expect us just to kill everybody in sight and take our time, or?
I'm very much taking a hands-off approach on this, and he kind of raises both of his palms up. That's very pertinent information to you guys. I don't need to know. All I'm looking for is the ring. However, you guys want to handle this, completely up to you. All I know is that if I have the ring, I'd be happy to share you with the money that I would have, and plus anything else that you guys would be able to keep from the hall, just to kind of make sure that it looks like someone was breaking in for more than just the ring.
So the hallway is off the office, did you say?
Yes, there's a hall. There's a VIP section, which is the main open area. There's usually a guard there guarding up from the VIP section from the staircase going up to the 3rd floor. And then once you're in the VIP section, you have 2 hallways that connect, and both hallways lead off and connect in the middle of the other side of the building, which open up into the office, which is in the main central area.
So there aren't any windows or any external access to the office?
The 3rd floor, no. There's walls, exterior walls, but I would have no clue on how to be able to anything about that. All I know is that there are 2 doors that are going into the office on the far side of the 3rd floor.
Well, this just doesn't sound wonderful. Unless we can find some way to sort of sneak in, even creating a diversion. I mean, we'd still have to pass by a lot of guards and witnesses.
Amiel and I aren't exactly the sneaky types.
There's
Well,
that.
if you were to pose as high rollers, that would grant you access to the 3rd floor, and that would allow you to be there and at least have some make your life a little easier. But again,
True.
hands-off approach on this. Totally up to you guys.
Is this the return of Sir what's his name and his lovely wife
Dante's,
and his two bodyguards?
Dante's already steeped his fingers, he's making a little temple with his fingers. No, I'm thinking. And he points to Camiel and he points to Bran, and he just sort of turns the fingers into each other and like touches tips together, sort of looking at the 2 of you, and starts nodding. We've got our high rollers right here.
We definitely do not fit the nobility type, Dante. I don't exactly have porcelain skin.
You don't have to be a noble. Look at this little shrimp. You could be like him. And he points to the other guy. It's like, just nobodies. Nobody would even think anything about you, except you've got lots of money.
Just show a little coin.
You've got lots
Just show a little coin and
everyone wants to take advantage of that.
But
Shh. Everybody wants to take your money. Think about it.
I
I
don't even
think
know
you
what the high roller is, to be honest.
You just
I
make him
think
wanna
Dante
take
is the
your
better
money.
choice.
You're already doing it. It's like, I want the money that you have. Give it to me, guys.
You clearly have the most experience in this,
It's got
Dante.
nothing
You need
do
to be
with
the noble.
experience. It's got nothing.
It
And
has
you're
everything.
It doesn't.
And you're naturally charming. Why don't you just go for it? Why us?
Dante just got the biggest smile on his face. Because you look like targets. Everybody will want to focus on you and try and take your money. He's just
Carry on.
He's got
And
the
if-
biggest grin.
And if any locks need picked, and Sirisha would point to Dante, I think it's best if he's the one doing the lock picking.
Oh my god, is anyone not even thinking about Boltzmann or Emmy here?
Ah, look. They both look,
Boltzmann looks more like the nobility type, right?
got nothing to
Born
do
and
with
raised
it.
in Amma.
It's got you can inherit money. You can find money laying on the side of the road, Bran. It doesn't matter. The point
Boltzmann is refined.
What? Is he?
I mean, in appearance, look at him.
He's a handsome man. Yes.
That's what I mean.
And so is Emmy. Look at her.
But look-
She's just as pretty.
Look at
Why not the both
you.
of them?
You're perfect.
Why, I'm
Perfect.
blushing, y'all. Sorry,
Oh,
Brandon.
Bren's gonna kill us.
There's just like, you both look like you don't know what you're doing, and that's the best part.
Camille turns to look at Bran.
You know it. You do know what I'm saying. We need a distraction. The best distraction would be to let let's just. I'm not too off the farm, out of the blue, never been in a casino before. People, virgins, if you will.
Oh my god!
Everybody knows is leaking money, or could potentially leak money. Anyway, you never know, Brad.
They're gonna
you might be
see
lucky.
They're gonna see right through us.
You just want to go and make money. You just hear you've never been to a casino and that's all you want to do. Just do that.
What money? What money, Dante? I don't have money. Do you have 2 coppers to rub together?
Yes. I suppose I could lend you some with the understanding that once we make some money, I get it back.
Oh my god, am I gonna have to gamble?
Sure, have some fun.
Oh god. Not again.
Just don't be like him and fall for the ladies who offer to help blow on your dice.
No, Camille has to pretend to be his wife.
Huh?
She could be all over him. Doesn't matter. Just the focus is on the two of them. You just you don't even have to gamble half the time.
We're bodyguard material, is what I'm seeing here. Like if
You guys are perfect.
Camille and I look the part. We have the armor, we have the look, we have the experience.
Sure,
We don't pass as nobles.
I should probably take the armor off. I'll be honest. Like, just, you know. Oh, we could put you in, like, farming clothes or something like that. Something to just, like, really downplay everything. You don't want to be a noble. Don't worry about that. You made your money in corn or something. Who cares?
Saoirse, what do you think?
Well, I think at least Dante and I should be the ones sneaking around trying to find this ring and whatever else we can get our hands on to kind of cover our tracks. I mean, Boltzmann, the two of you could play bodyguard for Boltzmann and Emmy. If Boltzmann and Emmy are willing to pretend to be merchants or nobles or what have you.
I like that idea more.
But then again, it would be you could be merchants, or you could pretend to be merchants, or perhaps 2 mercenaries who happen to have just fulfilled a job, and so you're flush with a little coin and just traveling together and wanna see if you can make a little extra in a safer way.
Dante's nodding
Oh my god.
vigorously. You could just be adventurous, Brad. He's so excited now. You just found some money in a cave somewhere. You want to spend it because you're stupid enough to go to a casino and just waste it all.
Alright. I act as a country bumpkin. Is what you're saying.
Well, whatever you prefer. It doesn't matter. If you want to be a country bumpkin,
Fresh out of
that's
Patreon.
fine. Exactly.
Big old
fine
Cityyama.
money. That'll work even better. You can be so mysterious, the both of you.
Oh my god.
Patreon, the other place, it doesn't matter.
Ujat.
What you said.
Leave Ujat out of this?
So, okay. Let's just say
if I can interject just a small bit, if it would be possible to have someone who has studied at least a little magic, because it may be difficult. I'm not quite sure what the inside of this place looks like, but it may be best if someone has a little bit of magical studies to be able to try to locate this object. This will be a magical item, and it will be admitting at least a little bit of magic. So if you have someone that can see that magic, it would be helpful. I'm not sure what your talents are, and again, hands off and all this. It's totally up to you guys, but that would be something I would suggest.
Thanks,
seems
DM.
like a job for Boltzmann.
Okay. Emmy, oh, Boltzmann, Emmy, like, just, Boltzmann could be your butler, Emmy could come with us.
Right away, sir.
Exactly. Well done, Boltzmann.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
This is what happens when.
Oh, this sucks. I want Boltzmann here now.
No, Boltzmann.
You get roped into crap when your internet dies before the game.
He's my Alfred.
Of course, sir. Anything you say, sir.
Very good, sir.
And
Of course.
Boltzmann doesn't often blurt out things. Emmy could blurt out things, and if there are magical obstructions where we're going, then perhaps it would be best. Of course, she may have to, and I'm really sorry, Emmy, tone down that luscious look that she has to something a little bit more plain and unnoticeable.
Subtle.
That too.
I think I could do that.
Did your voice get a little deeper, Emmy?
Yeah, what of it?
What was in that glass of milk?
Did you lay off on the milk?
I don't know what's wrong with my voice today.
The spell backfired.
Yeah.
All right.
Just ricocheted in her throat.
So, all right. Seems like that's what needs to happen.
Wait, what needs to happen?
Wonderful, Brian.
No, I mean, because they need magical users, and that would be Emmy and Boltzmann.
But Emmy's not here, and Boltzmann isn't here.
I mean, they control them. It's not my problem.
All right, Dan, take the reins.
You guys get Boltzmann. What are you talking about? We're splitting the kids already. Oh, God.
If this is, we have, again, a few days. Tomorrow's the beginning of King's Battle. We have a few days to be able to try to get everything ironed out. If you want to take a look at it, I can come back either tomorrow night or whenever there's time available and everyone is fully focused on this, and we can make a decision then. We don't have to decide this second. Of course, I would love to know, but if you guys still need to discuss, I completely understand. I'd be happy to give you guys some time.
May not be a bad idea if we have a little chat amongst ourselves.
I understand completely. All right. Well, very nice to talk to you all again. And again, why don't we just plan? We'll come. I'll come by and find you in the next day or so. You guys are here?
Yes.
All right.
We don't have any plans to leave, do we, guys?
I'm starting to get an inkling I want to.
Brad, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, funny guy, you, Brad. All right. Taps you on the shoulder and it's like tongue. Kind of rubs his hand after he does. If I could, you just scoot over just a little bit, I can make my way outside the door there.
Bran just kind of shuffles.
Thank you very much. I wish you all a good evening. Thank you. Kind of waves all of you and shuts the door.
Interesting character.
Who?
The man.
Oh,
Curator.
sure. So, what do we think? Do we like this plan?
I do not like it.
You sound like you like it, Brad.
Cam, how do you feel about this?
I don't even know. I don't know. It feels... Well, I'm not particularly happy about lying. But they don't think we have a choice, do they?
That's another thing. I can't lie, Dante. I think we've traveled long enough.
Well, you don't need to lie. Not really. Kind of. If you think about it. We have been
You
traveling.
can just be yourself.
That's
Oh
the
my
best
God.
part. You get to be yourself. And it works. It will work out so much better that way.
Actually, Brad,
Oh my god.
we
Uh-oh.
did make quite a bit of money the past few days, so it actually wouldn't be a lie. You've newly come into money. You would just want to be enjoying yourself for a short time.
Uh,
We're gonna gamble all of Boltzmann's money away.
that's what happens when the internet goes out.
Mm-hmm.
You come back and your money's all gone.
7,000 gold.
Few shot,
On
half a
red.
dozen shots of milk in, and
Yeah, that's they charge you extra for the milk. Gotta watch that.
7,000 on red.
Oh my god. Alright. I don't like it.
Just mull it over. Think about it. You can see where I'm coming from in regards to this. If everybody in this VIP, I mean, I don't know how we're gonna work our way into this VIP lounge anyway. But if you're there and everybody thinks you're hopeless and awful and know nothing, and you just got the look about you of somebody who just showed up out of the blue, never been to a casino before, and naive and vulnerable, and all those things that you could be, they're just going to be all over you, and the focus is going to be on you because everyone's going to want your money.
And I'd be happy to make y'all up, make you look all pretty like.
Oh my god.
Pretty like, what do you mean by that?
Well, just look like you have money. That's all. Just trying to fit in. Not that you're not pretty. You're amazing, but I'd make it look like you come from money. We could
Well, I
go
never
go
s-
shopping tomorrow.
I never said I was ugly. I was just asking.
No, hey, I'm gonna stop talking now.
I mean, they need plain clothes. Like they just need plain clothes. Even better would be that Camille and Bran want to raise more money for a charity. Oh, that might be going a little too far. If we just need you to act naive.
Camille looks at Bran. We're both naive enough, I think.
Well, sure.
We don't know anything about gambling, aside from what was already told to me and educated to me by Dante and you and Boltzmann. And we are kind of sort of outsiders, I suppose. Makes sense.
Quick question, DM.
Yep.
Are the currencies of Tribus all kind of a unified thing? Like, is it just one type of currency, or is there like a specific type of coin used in, say, Patrium or Ujat or blah blah blah?
No, for the most part, everything is in standard currency. So everything is backed by gold. So everything is gold based or platinum based or copper based.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is a good question.
We sort of
Would there be
standard
different
weight.
markings. Yeah, there would be a standard because you'd want to promote trade through all of the land. There would be, there would be one gold coin, and it does have a mark of Tribus on it, so it is universal for Tribus.
There's an entire discussion of purity of gold per kingdom and who's minting the most purest gold and whose money is worth more.
Yeah. What kind of edifice do they put on the coins? Do they put
When
a?
I get to that section of the world building, I'll let you guys know.
yeah, we want to make
All
sure
standard coins.
we need to figure out the best way to cause the Tribus economy to collapse by through an influx of gold
take down the man.
coins. Eco-terrorism, I'm telling you. Wait, what?
We just take all the money.
Yeah.
Gonna leave the revolution.
How much gold can you fit in a bag of holding?
A bunch.
It's what, 64 cubic feet? Effectively?
Yeah, but I don't think you guys have calculated anything for gold. I let that go.
All right. So what are we doing
Well,
for tonight, anyway?
yeah, we still have a couple of days, don't we? Because we kind of have to work out. So if I'm going off from what I heard, so we need to get into the VIP lounge.
Which is on the 3rd floor.
On the 3rd floor. I mean, we could, depending on how that, depending how you get in. I mean, we could all be an entourage of yours, but we could just be hangers on, and you just hang out at the side of the room, and then as everyone sort of focus their attention on you guys or on other things, that's when we sort of slip out. Hopefully, ideally, and then try and find this door, and then hopefully have enough time to break in.
So what are Camiel and I supposed to do in the meantime?
Be loud and very generous with your money.
The thing is that so we are actually like giving away our money.
Well, the hope is that whatever's in that room. So this is the biggest gamble of all. So we're after the ring, which I suppose we could probably put forward an argument that maybe he doesn't need the ring as much as we do. But anyway,
he did say that he would be able to provide you gold because he had the money to pay it back, but they weren't allowing him to do so. So that he has the gold that he owed to the casino that he said he would pay if you guys brought the ring.
Question
as well as the information, the boxes.
How much is that exactly?
He said last time.
So I don't go overboard with
20,000. No?
You guys don't. Well, because Boltzmann would have keen mind and would know exactly. I'll go back in my notes and find out.
Brain blast.
Yeah, something like that. I'll have to look it up.
All right.
It's been a while since we played.
But remember, those recordings are kind of priceless, in a sense. So we can always make more money in one way or another. We're fine. Just pace it out. Don't just dump it all in one go. Would be my recommendation. If we just if you guys can just like you're fishing, you just sort of. You've baited the hook. You just whatever they do with fishing, and Saoirse, your family fishes like whatever it is, bait hooks and stuff. But you don't want to just give it all away straight away. You want to just draw it out as much as possible. You could be loud. He kind of looks at Camiel, but you could try and be very loud and draw everybody's attention. Pretend someone slapped you on the ass.
Then they would be dead.
Well, just yell at them. Don't hurt them.
No, someone inappropriately touched me, they're dead.
Oh, that could work too, but they may ask you to leave after you kill somebody.
They might be dead too.
You could pretend that they inappropriately touched Bran.
That's Boltzmann's job, not anyone else's.
To inappropriately touch Bran, or to catch them.
At least it wasn't Dante this time.
Sorry, Bran.
It's kind of a mix. You either get Boltzmann or it's Dante. You never know.
Everyone loves a bit of salt and pepper.
All right.
The amount was 2,000 gold.
Look, that's heaps. That's plenty to keep going. That's a lot of money to a lot of people. So you just have to trickle that in, Bran. Boltzmann can keep an eye on the money, and if things go sour a little bit and you need a little bit more, he can advance you some.
I'm going to be quite honest. I'm going to be quite honest here. Out of character, I don't know how to gamble.
That's right.
I mean, like,
that's perfect. That's perfect. In game and out of game.
Oh god, I'm gonna lose all of our money.
Yeah, probably. You shouldn't have said that. Now Moose is just like, how can I take all the money from you?
Oh,
so I got a 19. I should hit, right?
So I got a card. It's got a face on it. It looks like a lady.
You lost. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
It's 7. What's this weird clover-looking thing.
You see that card there, Bran? You actually owe me twice the amount of money now because of
Is that how it works?
Because of that one card. That's just really unlucky. I'm so sorry.
I told you guys my gambling story, right? The real life gambling in school.
I don't think so.
Hey, you got $1? Here, roll this die. Oh, my $1 now. You want to roll? You want to do it again? Here, you get $1.
What they don't question
That's
it?
a hustle, bro. That's a hustle.
Yes, it was. It was. No, the guy just comes up and goes, "You want to gamble? You want to play craps? Okay. You get $1? Yeah. Here, roll this. Okay, give me the $1.
Where were you raised again? I might have to go visit there.
Yeah, cornfields in Nebraska.
Sounds like something my brother did to me when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, it's kind of naive. But just like that, Brian. Just do that. Just keep giving him dollars.
Exactly. Yeah. No big bets. Just enough to just, and just keep flashing all the money you have. They see it all. We really just want you to make a bit of a scene. Ask for all the milk you want, and then when they don't have it, get a little angry about it. Be loud. Things like that.
King's Battle really starting to appeal to me more and more by the hour.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is so much fun.
I'm starting to like the idea of just beating people to death with sticks.
And this is going to be a lot of fun, Bran. I think you should appreciate the adventures that will be in front of us. I just wish I could be there to watch.
And think about how much you'll learn about gambling.
What if we just made a commotion outside?
They're not going to come out. There'll be guards out the front.
Yeah, they would.
There'll be guards
Well,
out the
yeah,
front.
we'd take the guards with us.
But the guards aren't going to leave the VIP booth, Bran. We have to, somehow encourage them to focus all their attention on you and Camiel and Boltzmann, if he wants to chime in every now and then. But from what I can tell, unless we can find a way, I mean, we could go do some scouting. We could just pop in and have a look and try and get into the VIP. I can go in and see what it looks like. But we need a distraction, and hopefully the two of you carrying a whole lot of money, being really loud, be obnoxious if you want to. It's fun. We hopefully everyone will pay attention to you.
What you need, Bran, is a good persona. How about just spitballing here? Something close to your heart. How about the Sausage King of Soderham? Abe Froman.
What?
Nobody?
The Sausage King.
No one's seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Come on, guys. Come on! Never mind.
I have, but I can't remember those details.
The exact lines.
Yeah. Abe Froman was the Sausage King of... That's what he used to get into the restaurant. Never mind. You guys
Well,
broke my heart.
regardless. Regardless, okay, I think we've kind of discussed this ludicrous plan. What are we doing for the rest of the night?
Yeah, anything you guys want to do, you guys can. Or you guys can turn in.
You know what? Dante's actually really excited, so he is going to turn in and think and contemplate about how this could happen, how this could work, and how much of a star Camiel and Bran are going to be, and Boltzmann. This could work. This is going to work.
Well, Bran would like to try his hand at making some food.
Okay.
Does
You
not
can go back
require-
downstairs. Definitely have.
Trying to see if there's one here that I haven't done that requires a kitchen. No. Okay. I will be going with the Bavarian pot roast.
As you kind of look around at this place that's really busy, you look around for someone, and when you ask if you have access to the kitchen, they say that it's full. They don't want to mess with anything because everything's too busy at this point.
Well, Bran shrugs his shoulders and he'll take a step outside. Is there some sort of, like, patch of ground that isn't exactly occupied? That he could probably set up a quick little cooking area? Because this doesn't require a kitchen.
Yeah, where do you want to do it?
Well, preferably away from traffic or foot traffic.
Yeah, this is the center of a pretty big town. So I mean, this is a city by all means. This is a large city, multiple story buildings. There is a place where as you're kind of going along, you go back towards the cart where you had left Addie, kind of checking in on them, and you do see a little kind of piece of ground that you can set something up fairly conveniently out of the way. Wouldn't have noticed. Too many people notice.
There we go. Alright. Should I make a roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, let's see if Bran can make at least a decent meal. Okay. Actually, pretty decent.
19. Yeah. For limited access and trying to do this under the cover of not trying to be too public with it, you do a fairly good job. What were you making?
The Bavarian pot roast.
Oh. Yeah. And you're able to stay out there for quite a while, and be able to cook that up and kind of spend time with Addie a little bit out there.
Just handing her little pieces of the pot roast.
Or kind of coming in and giving pieces away.
Yeah, just bring it in, and every now and again just handing off bowls to random strangers.
Pocket pot roast.
Pocket pot roast.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's what Bran will be doing, and after that, he'll most likely turn in for the night.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
Dante's just gonna do his thing. Just thinking about, yeah. He's actually contemplating that he might go to the casino tomorrow to go check it out.
Okay.
I think Sirisha would just be hanging out in the common room of the Boar's Nest. If nobody had any other big plans, that's probably just what she would do until the evening.
Okay. Yeah, it's already getting late. You guys didn't meet him until 8-9 o'clock, so yeah, it's getting late. Definitely late. But you guys can all settle in for a good night's rest. We kind of skipped ahead and did the vision and ended last week with the vision of Camiel. Camiel, you had this vision of this something that seems to be flying across Amma, crossing the ocean, passing for Silt and then Soderham and Sohir, and then passing in a lake where you see its red body and these ethereal wings kind of sprouting to its sides. And as you try to take a look and try to look at the face of this creature, or take a look at the face at your face as you're flying, the water ripples beneath you, and you awaken from this dream. You awaken within the confines of your room at the Boar's Nest. You see, the piles of people sleeping on the ground, including you taking a portion. And you awaken groggily. You hear...
Where does she actually hear this noise?
There are 2 windows on the outside wall of this, and you hear from the outside, whoosh, whoosh.
Oh my god. Camille will rub her eyes once again. Do you remind me who is sleeping in the room with her? Is it cramped? Does she have to be kind of sneaky to go to the window and check?
So everybody is around. I will say that specifically you and Saoirse would probably be closer to the windows just because of your natures. Emmy said that she was going to be in her own, putting her tent slightly up, just smallly on one corner of the room. I don't know who's taking the bed. Probably Branimir or Boltzmann.
Bran and Boltzmann.
Could be. It's a larger.
Head to tail.
It's a larger bed.
Head to foot. Head to foot.
It's a large enough bed, so I don't want to put words in their mouth, but yeah, perfectly fine. Not there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with bro snuggling. Come on.
Dude, they do it all the time.
Real men do it.
Kill you.
And then
one on top of the covers, one on below.
Yeah,
you'd be really comfortable.
So you would be
both together.
You'd be close enough to the window that you'd be able to see it without too much trouble. Roll a perception check as you look out the window.
Okay. That. Perception. What do I see?
19. You see almost like the sun has not fully come up, but it is just about. You see light, but you do not see the sun. And what you see against this window is a red glow of light as you lean forward to try to look further out the window. You just see a glimpse of red that disappears over the top of the building.
Camille just blinks, confused. She didn't make out any of that at all. It was just a red light. That's it.
The glow of red light, and just like you look up and you see this red, nothing that you can make out specifically, just a portion of something, a figure of some sort moving, cresting over the top of the building. And the flap that you heard, you hear again, but distant.
Oh my god. She's so tempted to crawl out the window. Can she crawl out the window? And see if she can see this thing?
You can lean, you can open the window and try to lean out. But there's no balcony or anything like that. It's just kind of stone wall.
Darn. Yeah, she can try and lean.
Okay.
Instead, like, try her best to see if she can get a better peek or something.
Okay.
What do I need to roll for that? Do I need to roll?
Dexterity check, I guess, to see if you can acrobatics as you kind of hold yourself out the window.
Oh my god! All right, well,
trying to
and she falls off.
Oh no!
She falls out the window.
So you carefully and quietly open this window, trying to avoid any noise from your friends, and you lean out and try to grab the side of the wall so that you can hold yourself while looking up as far as you can. You look up and you don't see anything. You do hear the flap that seems to be coming from the top of this building. But as you try to pull yourself in, your hand slips and you begin to fall forward, fall backwards. You are now falling backwards off the side of this building.
Oh no!
Can she break her fall with her wings, please?
Are you gonna just try to superhero land? You're on the 3rd story and you're falling. Are you gonna try to superhero land, or are you gonna cast fly?
Yeah, she'll cast fly. I think that's safer.
So as you approach the base, you pass this tree and kind of hit part of it with your wings as your wings poof out in this glow, this angelic white energy kind of poofs out with your wings, catching yourself. You pull yourself and you pull your body forward, and then are slowly beginning to fall or to push your way up now, even with the window that you fell out of. What are you doing?
She's just... Oh, man. Her curiosity is gonna be the death of her, I swear.
I need everybody to roll a perception with disadvantage. That's not Cameo. To see if you heard your friend fall out of the window.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
It is a 9.
So seriously,
That is
definitely,
yeah.
definitely
There arose such a clatter.
as Camiel falls out of the window. You look up out the window, and you just see your friend disappear for a moment, and then slowly come up, wings fully expanded, kind of drifting now in front of the window that she fell out of. Dante, you see the same thing. Oh, you have roll it.
My God!
Roll your disadvantage on that.
That was on roll 20 disadvantage, but I'll roll it again.
Okay. I'll allow it.
It said disadvantage.
Wisdom.
The minus
19 plus
symbol is disadvantage, right?
I don't know.
There's a disadvantage toggle
Yeah.
at the top.
Is it?
It should have like kind of like what mine looks like. It's got the regular
9,
roll and
11.
then the
The 2 different ones.
Was it?
Yeah.
Just roll it one more time.
I pressed control and it goes from the normal dice to a minus. I thought that was Discord. What? I thought that was.
So either way, yeah, you awaken from your corner of the room, and you see again Camille fall out, and you see her now drifting in front of the window. Camille, what are you doing?
She is going to fly towards the roof and completely just she meets eye contact with anyone who has actually seen her and just completely ignores them and tries to play it off as nothing.
Yeah, Dante's got a quizzical look on his face as he sort of looks at you.
Okay, you make it up to the top of the roof. Dante, roll. Dante and Saoirse roll wisdom checks, the straight wisdom. Or that's fine. Saoirse, you remember that there's a staircase throughout the building that continues up.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think Saoirse somewhat groggily, just kind of looks out the window, and there are stairs, right?
Camille, are you? What actually? Dante and Saoirse, are you heading up, or are you gonna stay there?
Not if she doesn't look stressed. If she's not stressed, Dante's just going to go back to sleep. Just like, whatever. I'm going to go back to sleep.
Just cameo things.
Yeah, she does that from time to time. I'm just like, be quieter next time.
Sorry.
Seriously, are you going up or are you staying?
I think seriously, she would get up. She's like, yeah, well, the sun's almost up as well, and she would get up and head up the stairs.
Okay. So the building itself is about 5 stories. You guys are already on the 3rd, and you kind of make your way up. The 5th floor, there's a long hallway, and you kind of make your way out. Cameo, but even before he gets there, you kind of crest over the top of this, and you see this basically that the entire roof is there's one center section that has a flat portion that basically leads the entire width of the hotel or the tavern, and kind of a sloped roof on both sides. Standing or sitting at the end of this one section, you see first this red glow, but as you get closer, you see the reds and the yellows and the oranges that are being emitted from its body. The vision that you saw seemingly now standing in front of you. And as you get closer and as you approach, it stretches its wings and its body in a slightly nervous fashion. You see this large, glowing, bird-like creature. The edges of its wings, not really clean feathers, but almost an ethereal fade from red and orange, glowing body to blue and violets, fading into invisible light. The creature's adorned with as you kind of land, you land close, or where do you land on this roof?
Close, but not too close to startle the creature.
Okay. So you land probably 30, 40 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of get a nice closer look, you see this bird-like creature, large wings, the entire body seems to be moving and kind of almost like a glowing, almost like fire, kind of producing in its own way, contained within the creature's body, but continue to fade and kind of glow and fade and glow and fade. You see this creature is adorned with a golden harness that straps across the front of its broad chest, and it comes to a point in the middle of its chest with a familiar symbol and an ornate E with simple green vine. This is truly the stories of mythos, of legends, this celestial phoenix now looking directly at Cameo. A name pops into your head almost like a whisper. Ethion.
Oh my god. How the frick does she react to this? So she's standing there watching this creature and its beautiful gradient of colors, light pulsating.
Mm-hmm.
And she stops to stare at this thing. She has never seen a creature like this before, correct?
Correct.
So basically, I think what happened is that she is watching this creature and mostly confused, but the moment she sees the E, the emblem of Sister Ava, her eye darts from the emblem to the eyes of this creature, and she hears the name, and she speaks it out loud. Ethion.
The creature perks up as you whisper its name. It stretches again, lets out a solid screech. And as it relaxes, it drops its head ever so slightly towards you.
And in response to that, Camille kind of lets out a childlike giggle and returns the bow to this creature before reaching a hand forward.
And Saoirse, as you finally get to the top of this 5th floor and kind of come up to this one little staircase and make your way on top of this long, narrow section, you see far on the other side of this thing, probably 60 feet in front of you, you see Camiel with this large celestial phoenix directly behind her, and her reaching out, petting its nose, petting its long, the front of its face and its beak.
Okay. Saoirse would probably I would just stand there. She would just stand there, somewhat agape, mouth kind of hanging open. Like, wait, what am I seeing here? And does she recognize? I don't think she would have. She probably wouldn't quite know what this bird was.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Actually, roll a history check.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, I would say that you've heard of these kind of birds. It's a pretty popular mythos of the firebird, the bird of rebirth. But other than that, you wouldn't have any clue specifically, and especially one like this. It just looks different than anything that you've seen, even in the drawings and in your history books.
Okay. Yeah, I think then definitely she would just stand there watching, trying not to disturb the two of them.
Camille, as you kind of move closer to it, kind of keeping your hand on its nose there, you see that the gold bands that were across its chest are a harness of sorts. And as it turns its body away from you and kind of lowers itself, this huge 8-foot body, 8-foot wingspan across, is now small enough where it looks like you can see where there is actually a harness that you could actually grab onto on its back.
Before she would even try to mount this bird, she would look at it as if to ask, like, audibly she would ask the question, "Are you from Sister Eva?"
You see its wings kind of stretch out and it let out a large screech before returning down to this kind of back, giving you its back position.
Well, right then. Sure. And she kind of laughs. Very, very happy, very excited, almost like there's that old youthful spark that has been ignited in this growing paladin's body. And she approaches it with much glee, almost doing a little bit of a dance, and hops on its back and hangs on.
Yeah, as soon as you grab on, you put your hands around the back of the harness, it feels natural, and as soon as you grab on and grab with both hands the mount, it takes off. It dives off to one side, and you can just feel yourself taking off just faster even than your own fly speed, just moving quickly over the city of Ropeburg, moving in and out of the street paths, moving up the street towards the water fountains and passing directly over. There's very little people on the streets. It's already almost dawn, so there's not very, very many people. You do catch a few guards who are there looking around and see you pass by, who are alerted, but nothing to the fact you weren't causing enough trouble to cause their full alert. Just they notice you as you past the gardens and fly past.
And she is just suppressing a squeal of excitement as she's flying through this city, knowing full well that it's way too early for anyone to be screaming. So she's just suppressing a little giddy laughter and enjoying this beautiful early morning light and the fresh dew in the air. Kind of reminds her a little bit of home, being so up so early and having to take such playful flight, something she hasn't done in a very long time. So she is thoroughly enjoying herself.
You continue to move north, on the outward side of the city, and the city is very big. It takes you a good 5-10 minutes to be able to, even at a good fly speed, to be able to exit the city and kind of get into a place where there's not so much built up civilization, and you can find a nice tree. You're able to perch on the edge of this tree, and as you do, the bird kind of lowers itself and lets you off to sit as it sits, and you see the sunrise kind of come up over the edge.
Yay! Yeah, Camille will sort of snuggle into her new companion, and they both watch the sunrise.
You start to think about it for just a moment. Where will this creature stay, and how will it eat? And an owlbear is one thing, but an 8-foot phoenix is something else. You get a little bit of a question in your head, and the same way that you heard its name, you heard it repeated again in your mind. Atheon.
That doesn't really answer my question. Atheon?
As you say the name again, as quick as it came, it leaps off the side of this tree, plummeting first for the first 10 feet and swooping upwards. And as it swoops upwards, you see the reds become less vibrant, the yellows and its innate glow begin to fade, and even though it should only be 30 or 40 feet away, it fades into nothing.
Oh. Okay. As if the lightning has struck. She goes, "Oh," quietly, and nods, and yeah, she looks to where it had disappeared. Gets back on her feet and says under her breath, "I shall call your name when I need you." And takes flight back to her companions.
Cool. You still see Shearsha on the top of the roof? No, just joking. Yeah, you can make your way back. And I think that is where we're going to take a little 10-minute break.
Yep.
Get some water, get some things happening, and then we can come back.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right.
Got a mount!
All right. Before we get started back into the game, the session tonight, we do want to do some thank yous. We don't interrupt the stream with the thank yous, but I do want to say thank you to the people that have followed and subbed. Kier Toking 0411, thank you for the follow 25 minutes ago. Tommy Ben, thank you for the follow 1 hour ago. Mr. Thumper Knox resubscribed with his Prime with the quote, "Dante rocks." Yes, he does. And then most especially 6 days ago, Kaka Shipu. I don't know about the name, bro, but I thank you for the follow, and I thank you for subscribing for 6 months on the same day as your follow. We appreciate that so much. Thank you for
cool.
all of the
Holy
support.
crap.
We really appreciate that. Yeah. 6 days ago.
What a legend. Holy shit. Thanks, man.
Yes. We appreciate all the support. Cool. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Stall 1 second for me.
We are stalling. We're stalling. The time.
Okay, you can stop stalling.
Ah, that was my
I thought I was
masterpiece of stalling.
Stalling. Repeating the word stalling. Does not
Yeah, it
stall.
actually works really well. The I almost started singing "Tie Me Kangaroo Down" because it got stuck in my head today, and I've been trying to learn the lyrics.
I don't know what that is. That's a weird Australian.
It's yeah, Rolf Harris. Tie the kangaroo down. Sport. Who ties the kangaroo down? It doesn't make sense.
Well, somebody that's tired of the kangaroo.
Phony is what he is.
All right. So you guys, everyone else is able to rest accordingly. Wake up at a semi-reasonable time. When you guys come back downstairs, much later than when Camiel had left. Camiel, are you back? Or are you spending some time there outside civilization?
Yeah, you know what? I think she just a really short, maybe RP moment. If Siersha was still up there, she'd probably, if Siersha would like to, they both would watch the sunrise up until it's a proper time to go back in to the four corners of such an establishment.
Okay. You guys kind of go back and get ready for the day. Everyone else starts moving a little bit later. When you guys finally do head back downstairs, Delilah is already downstairs. She was in the room as well. You see her sitting at the table, and she has a envelope in front of her with her name written on the outside. As you all kind of come around and sit down for breakfast.
Sorry, who was that? What?
It's the woman that broke your heart.
Oh, she's written me a letter of apology. Wonderful. I'll accept it in good cheer and great humility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say that to her?
No, of course not. Hi, Delilah. How you doing?
Good morning. Oh, hello.
You radiant today?
Oh, thank you.
You had breakfast?
Yeah. I just had. There's some actual good stuff over there. Actually, if you guys want today, Gustav sent me word. He was able to reserve special seats for the opening day of battles. If you guys want to go watch, he'll be fighting in the first match, with the Vermilion Watch, first battle of the day, and then there's a second battle with the Ropeburg Crownsguard versus the Goliath Council.
Ooh. Well, before that, how are you? Is he treating you well? He better be treating you well.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I just came downstairs and when I came down, they already had the envelope, just a message. But yeah, no, he seems to be okay. Everything's good.
Saoirse's just gonna castrate him.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that.
Only if push comes to shove.
There's no pushing yet.
Well, you're not giving birth yet, so that's good.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not exactly
god.
what I was thinking, but yeah.
I'm sorry, I turned into a tea kettle for a minute. God damn it, Rob.
I tried. Well, as far as castration, yes, I'll trust your judgment on this, and but keep my eyes open.
Oh, and if you ever need anything at all, I'm right here for you.
I do appreciate it. I really do. You guys have been very grateful. I've been very grateful for everything that you guys have done over the past couple of days, couple of weeks now. It's been really good. I appreciate it.
It's great to hear. Now, what about this letter?
It's just basically telling me that he's going to be fighting, and that we have special reserved seats. So if we wanted to go, we'd have really good seats. We wouldn't have to fight the crowds or anything.
Oh, did you hear that, Dante? And she kind of grins at Dante. Are your ears turning red? Dante? Oh, I think you've...
Oh, I think he's away.
Oops. I'm back. I turned the wrong knob. Sorry. I should learn to do a better job of that. Dante's ears aren't red. He's quite... this is fine. I would rather enjoy that. Do we have any other plans? And he just sort of like nods to the side like it means something. And then he'll look at Emmy and it's like, well, I'm sure Emmy would love to go see the fights.
He was very excited to see the fights.
Are you trying to make me do stuff here?
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah, y'all. That'd be. Oh, damn it!
Somebody clip that, please.
I'm just trying to look and do that right now.
Sorry, Brent.
We're just gonna make a compilation of it and send it to Brent.
I would be very excited to go see the fights today. That's one of the reasons why we came to Ropeburg. That was much better. Eat my ass.
This is the first time.
That is the first time I've ever heard you say that. You won't even cuss. That was the first time.
Right?
Heineken.
That hit different. That hit different.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't just come here for the fight. I personally don't understand what this whole fighting thing is. And I was pretty scared that we were going to be pulled into it. Because I would have easily said no to it. But if it makes you happy, then...
Well, growing up in Alma, it's one of the big to-dos. You always hear news about who wins it every year. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. They talk about it. The people that from my town that have been here.
People get excited over violence.
Well, it's not so much the violence, kind of, but it's really more the just exciting things that something's different, Everyone's still alive at the end of it. They have healers and things that make sure nobody actually gets too hurt.
Sounds familiar.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it?
Absolutely not.
Sounds fun.
Only you would think that's fun, Dante.
Okay, maybe. I'm sure. Surely not. Obviously, there are other people. It's not an abnormal thing. There are plenty of people like it.
Well, as long as we're only watching it, not participating in it.
But say, for example, if someone did want to participate. Not me. I'm speaking up for Dante.
Mm-hmm,
He's into all that fighting and all that, the glory and the gold and the women.
Well,
We may not. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. We may not enjoy it, but some of us do. We could just be there for moral support.
As far as I know, you have to have a team, just like King's Guard or the Ropeburg the Crown's Guard or the Council. Those are big names. Those have typically do it every year. Sometimes there's a few people that can come in. And there was one person, used to be someone from my town that had gone and become part of a group, and they were able to participate, but they didn't do too well. They got beat pretty well that first round.
I'm sorry, Dante.
Oh, that's okay. If they have some solo competitions, that's fine. But I figure I may have something I have to do today. An errand or two I need to run.
All right. Yeah, Camille nods.
Oh, so you're not going to go with us, Dante?
Well, possibly not. Yeah, I not today. I may or may not have something I need to do.
No,
like something
it's
really
no problem.
important.
It's okay. It's fine.
Otherwise,
No,
I would love
it's
to.
fine. It's fine.
Clearly, like your well-being is something that's very important to all of us, and I don't take an offer like this very lightly. But unfortunately, I have to go do something.
Sure. Okay.
No. I asked him to do something for me. Camille kind of, like, her eyes dart from Delilah to Dante and Dante to Delilah. Yeah, it's very, very important.
Okay.
Rand's just standing there with a jug of milk. He's just looking at this scene like, holy shit.
I believe.
So yeah. Whenever you guys want to go, we can head out.
Yeah, I believe Dante was going to scope out the casino, actually, right? Yeah.
We didn't tell Delilah that though.
No, of course not.
Emmy, we better give her time to get changed. She seems to like to dress up for these things.
Actually, yes. Right, Emmy? You like dressing up?
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite things. If you guys wait down here, I can go and change. I got a lovely new dress I'd like to try out. I bought it yesterday.
Exciting!
You guys suck.
What about you, Boltzmann? Do you like... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Fuck off.
Roll at disadvantage.
That was good. Fuck off, Brown. It's not swearing if Boltzmann does it.
Yeah, I know. I gotta stop drinking before stream.
Before?
Yeah, prep gets hard. It flows easier when you start drinking earlier. Anyway. Yeah, so you wait a few minutes and Emmy comes back downstairs ready to attend in a new outfit. And my now NPC Emmy.
What time of day will the does the games open? Do the games open?
It's late morning now. You guys kind of rested up a little bit and stayed around, so it's probably, I would say, 9 o'clock now. They probably start around 11 or 12 or so.
I'm just thinking, I don't really want to go to the casino that early, though I assume there'll be plenty of people there anyway. Oh, stuff it. Dante will go to the casino anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the battle's not the whole day, so if you wanted to do it afterwards, you could.
Oh, that's true. Oh, okay. I've had second thoughts, Delilah. I know it means a lot to you, so I'll if that's okay, I'd love to come.
You can do whatever. I don't
really,
care.
it's okay. I really appreciate the offer. And
if you have something better to do,
to
just
throw
go
it
ahead.
throw it in your face like that would just be, that's an insult. That's an insult that I would not want to incur on anybody.
The uplifter.
You see her kind of crack a smile at the end of it.
We going?
Yeah, if you guys are ready.
Rand's already out the door to get Addie.
Emmy!
I'm coming. So you guys, you're bringing Addie with you?
Yeah. Let the little owlbear see the violence and bloodshed.
Makes sense to me.
So, as you kind of make your way outside, you see a steady stream of people leaving town. So there's a large crowd heading in the direction of the place that you had visited previously, the Castle Ropeberg. As you guys travel along, everybody give me a perception check.
Yikes.
Oh, look at this guy.
Oh wait, I'll roll for Boltzmann. Boltzmann. Come on. Come on, Bolty boy. There we go.
Okay. Okay. As you guys on the way outside of town, you're moving towards in the Castle Ropework, where you guys had previously gone with Delilah, and kind of already had that confrontation at the gate, if you will. You're heading that way again. On the way out of town, you guys start traveling with the crowd, and on both sides of the streets, you see kind of kids, children that kind of weave in and out of the crowds. Most of them have baskets on their heads, some with different kind of carts or something like that, smaller things that are very portable. They have a whole range of different things they're trying to sell. They have candy apples and watermelon slices and all sorts of different things as they're kind of moving around. Some are selling sausages on sticks. As you kind of move with the crowd, you see a girl that looks to be holding rolled pitas rolled up in parchment, and she struggles to kind of keep up with the crowd at first, but then gets in front of your guys' face. Sirs, ma'ams, flatbread. Do you want?
What?
Flatbread.
What's that?
It's bread that's flat. It's pork or beef. I sold out a chicken.
I don't know what you expected, Cam.
I was about to say that, but the DM beat me to it. God damn it!
It's blood that's flat.
All right.
See this blonde-haired girl, dirty face, looks thin but tall for her age, but she's only probably 8 or 9 or so.
Dante's going to adjust his purse and make sure that's in the top of his breastplate, so it's out of reach of anybody else. And he'll sort of move up to Boltzmann and be like, Boltzmann, make sure that damn bag of holding is tightly gripped somewhere in a pocket between your ass cheeks. Make sure nobody can get it.
Of course.
Meanwhile, Bran is already stooping over into his coin purse to actually purchase a flatbread.
Yeah, Camiel actually would do the same, but she pauses and she looks at this child, and she
1 silver for 2.
Oh, shush your mouth!
Dante's just like spurting, like coughing up at the back there. Silver for 2?
It's a silver, Dante.
You'd pay the same amount of money for a women's company.
Oh, well, I get a lot more out of that.
And a little more in your mouth.
Flatbread.
Yes, it is. I'm sure it is. You look a little poorly.
Thanks. I'll be less poorly if you buy the flatbread.
Way to be blunt, Cam.
She means sickly. She means sickly. God
It's
damn
like,
it.
you seem a little poor.
I am
Poor
so
wretched
sorry.
Tishy.
I apologize.
I used to have a shirt like that to my
That was
head
my
and,
sight.
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to sound like an idiot.
Making fun of the
Hey!
Hey, you've got the down pat.
8-year-old
Dante, Camille, you'll be fine pretending to be noble.
Your idea.
Ooh. I would beat your ass. I swear to the gods.
You look a little poor.
I said poorly! Stop bullying me, DM. You're bullying me.
Suddenly turn into
Not
mean
me.
girls.
So, are you getting change from your purse?
Yes.
Okay. As you take it out and as you kind of put it back at your waist, Dante, you see a little boy, very small, probably no more than 4 or 5, kind of step up next to Camille on the side away from everyone else. And as you see it, you kind of lock eyes on him as his hand reaches up to grab the purse. And he looks up at you, and you look at him, and his hand goes back down.
Yeah, Dante just shakes his head and just sort of mouths, "Find somebody else," and then but still gives him a thumbs up.
He just disappears from the crowd.
So like as he sort of looks at him, Dante's like, "Thumbs up, find somebody else." But good work.
I was gonna ask if Camille noticed this, but it's totally fine. Yeah, she will...
18, you would not.
Ah, oh, whoa, okay. Yeah, sure, flatbread. And from this poorly girl, meaning ill-looking, you motherfuckers. Y'all are nasty.
You said it.
As you give your money, she gives you the breads. Seeing that her friend had already taken out. Y'all look like you should be fighting today. Are you in King's Battle? You have the armor.
Oh, wish.
Well, some of us do wish, but some of us are not particularly proud to be meddling with such violent actions.
Have you ever fought bad guys?
Of course!
Really?
Of course!
And you won?
Well, I'm alive, aren't I?
Yeah. Have you ever fought monsters?
Oh, definitely.
How big are monsters?
Well,
Brand expose Addie at this point. I don't think it's hard for her to not see Addie.
the worst kind of monsters are people. Little one. Men.
Dante chuckles. in the
Knowing is half the battle. Yeah. And you see her. Sorry. She moves off to the far side, away from Addie, almost kind of scared. She kind of pushes in behind Camille a little bit, trying to move away from the owlbear as the owlbear's keeping up with the rest of the crowd.
Well, don't be scared about that thing.
Oh, Addie doesn't bite. Brand kind of tries to hide the leather glove he keeps on his side. She doesn't bite.
She only bites if you're bad. Are you bad?
No.
Are you sure?
Okay, bye. And she ducks off.
Well, that means she's bad, isn't it?
She quickly moves down the line, disappears.
Poor
into the
creature.
crowd.
you.
Sicker Addie, no, I'm kidding.
Eddie, hungry?
Get her, girl.
Good way to have Almond animal control take your owlbear.
They can certainly try.
I'm surprised Saoirse didn't cast Hunter's Mark on the kid. She ran away.
Oh my
God.
Thinking about it.
What is this? What is this? Ramsey Bolton, trying to shoot. What's his name?
Sasha, get her.
Is the flatbread at least any good?
No, it's not very good.
You could wrap it up in a sausage.
Roll a con save.
No, don't give the DM any ideas.
No,
Give to Eddie.
it's flatbread, and she said that there was beef or something in it, and there's one small little piece of something that's in there, but you don't think it's beef or pork.
It's
and,
cat.
Yeah, it's something, and you just kind of eat the flatbread.
Bran starts distributing sausages.
That's better.
better.
You can make a lucrative business of that, Bran.
Well, there's people selling it on sticks over there.
Exactly.
You could be the sausage king of Rotebrook.
Just walk around talking about how poor you are and busting out sausages, and people will pay.
I'd rather do that than break into a casino.
Shush!
Addie could be your mascot, and you could
Dancing bear.
just start, yeah, a few coppers here, some silver there, and just invite people to try your meat.
It can't be beat.
I
You
wanted
guys
to add between
continue.
the sheets, but I don't know.
Patrium's finest. Come taste my meat.
I'm muting myself.
Me
We'll
too.
make it sign up later. It's okay.
You continue down the street, the same one where you previously had brought Delilah, and now that you're getting close, you see past the first guard stop. Just ahead, you can see the large, ancient-looking castle with rough stone walls. This is what they were kind of keeping you from before. Now you are able to freely go. There's no more guard station where it was. You're able to freely move in front of the castle. The front of the castle is decorated in full regalia. Lots of red and gold banners celebrating this grand Amma tradition. The road entering the gate is lined with flags representing the competing factions. You see a pretty large guard presence right there in front of the entrance to the castle main. But you don't see the crowd going that way. The crowd is continuing past. You see the road entering the gate line with all the flags representing all the different factions, the King's Guard and the Goliath Council and Crown's Guard and all the different factions. Talon, you see the Black of Talon in there as well. You continue past the main castle and kind of wrap outside this main wall of this ancient fortress. And as soon as you turn the corner, you see this large Colosseum that's newer than the ancient castle walls, but still very old in its construction. They're light gray stone pillars kind of line the outside of this building. This very tall building. The main gate is lined with Crown's Guard, kind of helping focus the crowd in almost on the opposite side of where the castle is. So the castle, the outer fortress walls and this meet, but you see most of it extending out past the castle walls. The main gate for the Colosseum is lined with Crown's Guard to help focus the crowd. Rather than follow the main crowd, though, Delilah steps out to one of the guards on the side, one of the slightly higher ranking. You can see from the uniforms. Delilah kind of shows the letter to that was left for her from Gustav, and immediately see him nod, and Delilah waves you follow as this guard leads you towards where the castle wall and the Colosseum meet. There's a much smaller gate, but there seems to be a smaller amount of guards, a similar amount of guards to the other one, just because of the importance of this gate compared to the other. You see a person with a King's Guard uniform, officer's uniform, get saluted as he quickly passes by, as Delilah goes and submits the letter to one of the guards there. The guard helping you kind of turns the letter over to someone else. They acknowledge that your group was expected, and then you guys are led into the arena. You're kind of following a series of tunnels until you hear the noise level increase about tenfold as you're brought through these series of tunnels before coming out into the blistering sunlight. These cheers corresponding with the King Crown Guard being charging onto this light brown dirt of the currently manicured battlefield. Their black and gold armor reflecting brightly. The first and fastest out is carrying a large banner, a black field with white outlined geometric crown with swords above and below. You are led to seats that are in the first row, with only a 10-foot drop standing between you and the dirt below. You look around, and about 50 feet to your left is the stage dedicated to the namesake of this event. On the stage is a throne and seating for about 20 to 30 dignitaries, most who have already shown up. The stage seems mostly full, but the throne is not surprisingly empty. It's a very rare occasion indeed when the king seems to be seen outside of Soderham, so he is not there. After a team of 10 or so men take the field, 5 men step to the end closest to where you have been led and stand about shoulders width apart, standing towards the platform. As they do, the opposition takes the field to a very middling response. They are men that are larger for the most part, much more primitive in their gear. Their flag runner runs out to face off against the other flag bearer standing in the center of the field, while the other combatants do their best to kind of stir up crowd interest. After a moment passes, 5 of the biggest rugged men step to the side, their counterparts facing towards the platform. They first gesture to each other first with nods, and then gesture with a long bow towards the platform of importance. All of them, after this, you hear the crowd begin to applaud and then kind of return back to their sections of their own little encampments on one side or the other of the Colosseum, and begin kind of warming up and preparing as the crowd begins to cheer. Anything that you guys want to look at? Anything you guys want to talk about?
I think we're just observing at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. You see all of them kind of preparing with different types of drills. You see a few sparring drills for just a moment. On the Goliath side, you see one of the non-competing Goliaths, one of the older ones with a large necklace of skulls, step to each one of the competitors, taking something out of a pouch from his side and kind of smack it across each of their faces. Each competitor rears back in what looks like pain, but then looks back down after with a very intense focus. On the Kingsguard side, you actually see Lieutenant Gustav come very close to the side where you are sitting, look up, take off his helmet, and gesture a kiss on his hand before pointing to Delilah. The crowd kind of gives a very nice warm round of applause at this gesture, for those especially near you or behind you in the section and see this performance. From the platform, you see someone in wizard's robe, swirling yellow energy in a large ethereal circle that extends over the battlefield, and as it spreads, it lets out a long, resounding gong noise. The competitors line up about 15 yards from each other, all spaced evenly around the center, and the crowd begins to hush. There's a moment where you can hear everything kind of slow before the large circle above the crowd breaks the silence, and the men jump forward towards each other. There's a blast of energy sent from the Goliath side, which stuns the crowd, but as 2 men charge out of the blast, looking unhurt, there's a barrage of cheers as the King Guard continue forward and push on with swords and blasts of their own. As the battle continues, Dante, you're the only one that could possibly see this, so roll a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Well, it's your passive, and that's what you would have needed. You notice a figure as you kind of look around. You see the battle beginning to take place. You see a figure. The figure. The reason this figure is standing out is because of where it is. The figure is sitting on the throne.
Yes.
A large hooded figure, large ram heads on both sides of their shoulders, and you see their fingers just tapping at the throne's edge. And it sticks out. There's should be no one sitting there. That's definitely not the king. As you continue to kind of be perplexed by this, you notice that no one else on the stage sees this person. You see a nobleman walk right past the throne, not seeing the figure at all, not noticing anything or even looking in that direction as it passes in front of the throne and returns to its chair.
And it's just sitting there, the figure. Who's next to him? Who's nearby?
Nearby the figure?
As in myself, like Bran, Camiel, who? Sosha.
Yeah, I would say that you guys would be on one side. Delilah would be there. Near you.
He'll poke. Okay.
Unfortunately, Boltzmann and Emmy are on the other side. They can't.
Damn it, Boltzmann.
What a shame.
Dante will just sort of give Bran a slight jab with his elbow, barely taking his eyes off the throne, and he's just be lean into Boltzmann, to Bran. It's like, Bran, can you see anything on the throne there? I see somebody on the throne.
Would I have to make a perception check as well? I doubt I'll reach as high, but...
As soon as you look up, and as soon as he says that, you look up and you don't notice anything. You look back at Dante and kind of give him a quizzical look. And then as he finishes saying that, you look back again at the throne and you see the figure, hooded figure, large ram skulls on both shoulders, fingers tapping nervously. Not nervously. Just randomly on the side of the throne.
What in the... What is he doing?
He should... But that's King's throne, right?
Should be.
And he'll lean over and just elbow Caviel as well. Caviel, look over the throne. Can you see that?
See what?
On the throne.
And she looks to the throne.
Kicks out to Sosha as well. Look at the throne. Look at the throne.
Should we be staring?
Yes, look at the throne.
We are looking at the throne.
Can they see?
As you stare, yeah. Eventually everyone, the four of you, plus Boltzmann and Emmy, see. You look at Delilah and point her towards the throne, and she kind of waves you off, staring directly at her lieutenant that's fighting, and then she eventually looks up, looks at the throne, doesn't see anything, looks back at you with a weird face, and then looks directly back at Gustav on the battlefield.
What? Wait. And Dante would sort of look around. Why couldn't she see that? Look at it. How can you not see that on the throne?
As you focus on the figure, you see the empty hood turn from the battlefield and look in your direction, now staring directly at you. Four of you, the five of you, the six of you.
Dante just stares at it now. If it's looking in their direction, he just stares, and he's trying to see into the hood. He's trying to see what this thing is.
Roll another perception check. I'll give everybody a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was good. Roll
I mean,
true,
considering-
my friends.
considering we're aware of this creature, could Bran try to give a give a blessing of some sort?
Yeah, if you want to tap somebody who's next to you.
Yes, please. Who is? Well, actually, I think Sirius already got it. Yeah, never mind.
Well, and I was wondering, Sirsha, given her, since we don't have Boltzmann specifically,
Never mind.
does the outfit ring a bell for Sirsha, given her background with the Almond military? Is there anything particularly striking to her about it?
Roll a history check. Oh, that's Boltzmann's perception.
Yeah.
History.
That's a 15 on my history.
I would say your history wouldn't. You don't recognize this as anything. It's definitely not anything military related, but there's nothing seemingly connecting from what you've seen. There's nothing. You've not seen something like this before.
Okay.
Is that the only thing that you wanted to do, Saoirse?
I think I was especially intrigued by those ram's horns on the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, there's nothing in uniform that resembles that.
Okay. Yeah, I think given her military background is probably what she would try to go off of to determine who this figure might be.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing rings a bell on that. With your guys' other perception, Bran, Boltzmann, you continue to look at this, and you do see the details very closely, or not closely, but you do see the details of this hooded figure, but the hood is completely covering the face. There's no resemblance of anything. There's no... it seems just to be blank. It's just almost as if nothing is there, even though you can still tell that there's a figure there, a very large figure taking up most of this throne, whose fingers are just continuing to tap on the side. Now looking at you only.
How far away is the throne from our current position?
I would say... I had this in here somewhere. It's about 50 feet. From where you guys are to the platform. It's about 50 feet to the platform, maybe another 10, 15 feet after that. To the throne.
Could definitely cast a sacred flame over there.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Time to go
Well,
to
maybe
jail.
just in case. Oh, go ahead.
I just said it's time to go to jail.
Yeah, just before he does that. One other question: with the 20 perception that I got, do I notice anything else distinctive? Anything like a ring on this figure's hand that's doing the tapping? Anything that might indicate some other status, be a status symbol of sorts.
Perhaps a Nazgul.
Yeah.
No, I would say
Ring.
I would see between Bran, Boltzmann, and yours, 20, 21, and 22. Branimir, you are the one that notices it first and tells the others. The others really can't even tell, even after you tell them, but there's a slight greenish glow to the cloak. It seems to be shimmering with the slightest of green energy.
This isn't any, like, kind of uplifter type of green, more like a
No, it seems to be
ghoulish.
very dark in nature.
Hmm.
Battle
Not
continues
comforting.
to rage on below. You see a few more of the combatants throwing spells. You see two of them. One of the barbarians is kind of striking down and kind of raising his battle axe into one of the king's guard, who just gets cut down, drops to one knee before kind of falling over in pain. The battle is continuing on the ground, and everyone is continuing to focus on that. You hear the crowd pop and ooh and ah over this battle, as you guys are now all focused on this black figure.
I don't know what we should do. This doesn't seem right.
He's clearly not supposed to be there.
But should we do anything?
Nobody is looking, and nobody can see. Like, people have been walking past.
Why can we see it then? Whatever that thing is.
I don't know. It's just, is it still looking at us?
It looks at you. It looks at the crowd. It looks at the battle. It continues to look at you, kind of looking around, just sitting there.
It doesn't seem very interested.
It's definitely interested in you. It knows that you see it. It knows that it's being seen. It's aware.
Does it seem like a threat?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight.
Although it does not, the size of this figure, the way that it looks, the way that it doesn't have this face, the way that it's just sitting there, it's much more menacing than it is friendly. You don't feel in danger, like it's like trying to come up with a way to attack you or something like that. You feel that it is in control of whatever situation that it is in. It is well aware of who you are and what you're doing, and it is just there.
The fuck? Guys, what do we do?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
With the figure kind of looking around, looking to the battle, looking to us, looking to the crowd. I think Sirsha would try to follow its gaze, and doing so, does anything else jump out at her, as if there are any other figures, say, similar to this one?
As it's looking around, you see that it kind of and I'll let you keep your last perception 20. You don't see it making contact with like allies or something like that. You see it kind of scanning the crowd, kind of doing a general look over the people that are there. You see it looking at the battle below, taking it in almost for what it is, as some sort of entertainment of sorts. Just being just at that. It doesn't look like it's planning to attack. It doesn't look like it's preparing something. It just looks like it is sitting, waiting. Every once in a while it looks over at you. See its head turn a little bit as it looks at you guys. Focus back on the crowd. Focus back on the battle below.
I honestly don't know what we should do. If we... like, Delilah didn't see it. If we bring attention to what they guard and they don't see anything, they might, I don't know,
Arrest us?
or at least look at us suspiciously for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Considering we're attacking an empty throne.
Mm-hmm.
Should we? I'm honestly not sure what to do.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, it could just be some sort of advisor to the king taking advantage of the throne, even though, from what I understand, that is not a very good thing to do. No one should be sitting on the throne that isn't the king.
Hmm.
Honey, don't you have like a what do you call it? Like a passive as an Azamar that allows you to detect certain
Detect,
divine sense. That's it. Divine sense.
here's the thing. All my spells are gone because of the new phone, so... Whoops!
No, it's on your sheet. I'll just paste it here.
Divine Sense. Strong Evil registers. And then what?
Well,
It's a
maybe
first level spell. Oh, it's a cantrip.
It's a passive as an Azamar.
Presence of any place or object.
Yeah, you, Camille, you start telling the others that you starting to. It definitely smells bad.
It reeks. It stinks.
Yeah, as an action, you can use your awareness to detect such forces.
Well, we know that it's an evil thing, but what do we do? It's on the throne, it's well protected, and only we can see it. Now what? Do we alert the guards?
They'll just think we're crazy.
But,
We could provoke it, lure it away from the crowd.
perhaps if we ask the guard, if they can't, we alert the guard. Just say if you thought you saw somebody on the throne, and if they can't see it, like you say, like I'm pretty sure I see somebody on the throne over there. Is that allowed? And if they don't see it, just describe it to them, and perhaps, I don't know, perhaps it's a known associate of the king.
Definitely try.
We'll go for it, Dante.
I thought we agreed Bran to be doing this.
Run?
Why am I the representative?
No, that has a chuckle. That literally has a chuckle in the middle of this, and he'll head towards the nearest guard that he can find. Is there a guard nearby?
Yeah, but I just finished reading the rest of Divine Sense. Camille, you have the strong sense that this is an undead creature.
Oh no. Yeah,
There's
she
an
will.
undead creature within 60 feet of you. I'll say that's about 60 feet.
Yeah, she will relay this terrible news to everyone.
Dante's already moving.
Dante, you go to one of the sides. You are in a box, or not in a box, but you are in the front row. So you make your way to one of the aisles. It's very close. You kind of lean over to where the guard is there, and he's pointed towards the rest of the crowd. You kind of lean over and say something about the kind of point in the direction of the throne. And
excuse me, good sir. I'm fairly certain. I almost guarantee that I saw somebody on the throne of the king, and that it's not allowed. I don't believe. Someone with horns, ram's horns on their shoulders. Like
he kind of, his eyes dart around, looks at you, up and down, looks over to the platform. What do you want about? Oh, ain't nobody there. Too much to drink you have. Don't make me kick you out. Go sit down.
Very well, good sir. He just sort of gives him a funny look. Okay.
Crosses his arms again, takes a look over at the throne, kind of squints his eyes.
I'm terribly sorry. I thought I saw somebody over there for a moment.
You see him kind of squint his eyes and then shake his head, squint again. Doesn't see anything. Turns back.
Terribly sorry for bothering you. And He heads back to the group. Shoulders up, like no, he can't see it. That one in particular couldn't see it.
You guys look around. You don't see. You're looking around your section as you kind of walk back to your group. You kind of keep your eyes focused on the stage and the platform, but you look up and look at everyone, and everyone's focus is solely on the battle at hand below. There's no one else within this crowd that is looking in that direction. No, you guys are the only ones kind of fixated in this direction.
What do we do? Bran, Camiel.
I don't know. I mean, you've already tried going over there, and they unfortunately shooed you away. So
I try to go to the throne, and I honestly would, but I don't think I'd get very close. I'm pretty sure they would jump me and kick me out at the very least, or throw me in prison for probably the most part.
If I were to cast a spell, and its range is 60 feet,
okay,
I could get away with possibly sitting down and provoking it, perhaps. And since it is invisible, it shouldn't be seen by the guards, correct? Or anybody around.
So far, what you know is that it is invisible, yes. If you were to cast a spell, there would be some sort of apparition of that spell that possibly could be seen.
Yeah. Because I was thinking of something very minor, such as Sacred Flame, which is, it's radiant energy, which should be kind of a something that it should despise, and it should probably provoke it, and maybe provoking it will somehow allow it to be seen? I don't know.
Certainly try.
It's up to everyone else. Unless anyone else has any other suggestions.
You want to shoot at it?
You want to let it sit there and do what it's doing?
Shoot at it, Brand. Like, if you shoot bolts of lightning at it, people are going to see it.
Admittedly, it just creates a little flame. It's not like I'm shooting a firebolt from my finger. Yeah.
Cast firebolt at the platform.
No, it generates a flame at the targeted position, so it should catch fire on its cloak or whatever it is.
You could set the throne ablaze, and
it's made of stone.
Well, something, I don't know, Brad. It seems very hard, extreme.
It's a very small flame. It's not a flamethrower. It's a very small flame. It's a cantrip.
Oh, Brad.
What spell is it?
Sacred Flame.
What if what if that potentially provokes it? Think of all of the innocents around us.
That's what I'm saying. We provoke it and allow it to follow us out of the arena.
Or we could challenge it to a fight.
Like that.
Because challenging an invisible beast will not get us kicked out.
Camille can cast, oh my god, what is that? Searing Smite.
That's what I mean. We're just doing the same thing I'm doing.
What? No.
What?
We that's too obvious, and we just look like we're trying to
desecrate
the king's throne or do something stupid.
But if we start shouting at the throne, then we're gonna be crazy and kicked out.
Well, who's gonna shout? I'm not shouting at the throne, Bran. Is that what you really want to do?
No, you said challenge it.
No, I said challenge it.
I know, but you're agreeing to it.
Oh, I agree to challenge it.
Requires a melee attack.
Yeah.
So Staring Smite would only work if you got up and
Yeah,
hit it with
yeah,
the
you have
sword,
to
yeah.
hit it. Yeah.
So, how many guards are there? Like a ton of guards around the throne, even though the king's not there. I assume it's well
Not
guarded.
specifically around the throne. You do see some on the platform
How close
that are
do you?
with the rest.
How close do I think I could get to the throne? Like if like I just saw a guy walk past the throne. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, you saw somebody that was a nobleman that was on the platform. You see someone. He kind of was coming in late. Kind of walked in front of the throne, moving just past it, very close to it, but not seeing or touching anything with the person that's seated in the throne, and going to his chair.
Is there a slightly drunk nobleman, like a young bloke, clearly like not rowdy, but clearly a little intoxicated enough that he may be influenced to do something silly?
In your section or on the platform, or
Well, probably
you?
obviously on the platform so that he could actually make his way over to the throne. But because what I'm thinking is if I can find some young chappie, I might be able to dare him for, whatever his wager, to go over to the throne and do something silly. Like poke it or where the person is sitting.
roll a perception check. to see
Or
if you
perhaps
can-
drop a letter off or something like that. Like, we see you. Perception?
Mm.
That would be a 20.
You look over there. Not a lot of rowdy young men in the nobleman section. There seems to be kind of put together. It's early in the day, early in the festival, and there doesn't seem to be anyone that's
Sounds very noble to me.
overtly overindulged at noon.
Well, we'll put a pin in that one.
Yeah.
I need somebody I could very much encourage or suggest to go do something silly, but I don't think I'll be able to do that with anybody out there. That's okay. We're not like, he'll turn back to the others. We're not doing anything that is going to get us arrested or kicked out or anything like that. Like, no casting spells at it unless it's something that nobody's going to see. Like this, like, can you get rid of the? Do either of you have a means of revealing the creature on the throne?
Without hitting it.
Yeah, not without casting a spell or
Well-
making some sort of visual attack.
Does Emmy
On a-
have anything?
I don't have her sheet.
Is there a dispel? Like, can somebody dispel?
I will look, and if Emmy has dispel, I will allow you to cast it.
And I will aid her in trying to, maybe sleight of hand if you decide that she needs a sleight of hand or something like that. Dante will do his best to not so much a diversion if needed.
Let me see here. What does she have prepared? I could firebolt him.
Everybody stop with the firebolts!
It's a sacred flame, Dante.
Ugh! Stop trying to set fire to things. What is wrong with you people?
We could just sit here, twiddling our thumbs.
Step over.
I would gladly sacrifice myself and go over there and try to attack it.
We don't know. Okay, I understand. Like, it's undead. It's bad. Okay, I get it. But we have to be smart about this. Camille.
We are being smart.
But
It's just that we're
running over there and attacking it is not smart. It's like you sacrificing yourself is not smart.
The best Emmy could do would be a detect magic. She does not have invisibility. She does not have, or at least prepared at this point.
Boltzmann has that as well.
Wait, can Barnabas crawl over there and attack it?
I believe Barnabas has a certain range.
60 feet. We could put him out, I think 30 feet, and then it could move.
I'm looking here. I'm looking.
You really want a construct to be...
And I don't think he has a sneaking feature.
No. Especially not in the middle of a battle like this. She
The
has Mage Hand. She has Message.
there is
Well,
a
Boltzmann has
could-
invisibility.
She has Message.
could
as well.
always-
She could 120 feet
Yeah.
if you want her to contact it.
oh yeah, that's good, right? Just call it out. Say what's going on. Who you, bro? What's going on, bro?
It's up
Point
to
your
you.
finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that you can only get. Message
Oh,
qualifies as a creature. What do y'all want me to say?
I was just about to go do something stupid. This sounds even better. Guys, like, who are you? We know you're there.
Yeah, who are you? What are you doing? Why can't
you
anyone
want?
else see you?
Okay.
What,
Yeah,
are you
and what do you
undead?
want?
I like. Who are you? Is probably the best of those questions there.
Okay. You see here, kind of turn towards the you see her turn towards the platform, and you see her raise her finger and move just slightly as her component to the spell, as she kind of moves her finger in just a slight motion, and you see the magic that you normally would see, this glow that would come off of Emmy's finger, this bluish glow. You see it as she begins to speak, you see it dissipate. Where normally it would start and continue, as soon as she casts the spell, you see it dissipate.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Is what Dante's looking like.
It doesn't seem to work. I tried. She tries it again, and she sees her finger glow, begin to cast, and the magic just dissipates as she stops.
Is there? I don't know magic, but is there a chance that there? Oh, that makes sense. God, why didn't I think of that? It's like obviously they're going to try and nullify any magic that might affect the battle. If someone was trying to, so they've probably put some sort of they've probably put something on the. You guys all use magic. They've obviously put something on the stadium or something like that.
It didn't feel that way. It kind of felt cold. It kind of felt bad.
What?
You can't communicate with the undead.
No, I think you can, but something's stopping my. The only time I felt like that was when someone counterspelled me.
What? Oh god. Well, does that mean it doesn't want to be? It doesn't want communication. Is that what we?
As you guys continue to talk amongst yourselves and kind of question, you see the crowd erupt as you now see only two people on the battle, and you see one of them being the lieutenant taking the final cuts, swinging a large broadsword and connecting with this Goliath, connecting into the side, pushing his blade in. You see the Goliath fall. You see the crowd erupt as the only person left standing on the battle is the lieutenant. You see everyone around you, including Delilah, just start go completely nuts. Clapping and screaming, and everyone around you begins to stand and clap and cheer. You see the figure still standing there, still sitting there, just in the chair, now taking its hand off, now fully looking at you, For a moment, you hear the clapping, you hear the eruption of this audience, and then for a moment, all of you, suddenly, darkness, completely enwrapped, and it's just you in darkness. You see each other as you kind of are in this void space, and in the center is this figure. You're chasing ghosts. You better leave the living. Leave the dead in the tombs before you awaken something you can't control. In just over 200 days, the 1,000-year debt will be paid. By choice or by force. You hear another click and you see the image of this clothed, this robed figure turn into one that you've seen before. This inky, large figure that you've only seen once before inside the Brotherhood of Suns. You see the Shadow Queen there. Snap again, and the darkness is gone, and you were there the second you had left in the stadium, the crowd applauding, the figure no longer sitting at the throne.
Guys,
Okay. 1,000
So
years.
great!
Yeah.
That was so great! Did you see it? He was. That was so awesome! He won the battle. Guys, what's the matter?
That is truly amazing.
Thanks,
that was an
Dante.
excellent,
Thanks.
a wonderful
Thanks.
stroke to take him down to secure victory. I applaud him. He's truly a wonderful warrior. he sort of gets to the point where he's saying it like sort of like on autopilot.
Thanks a lot, guys.
yeah, autopilot, and consciously the words just come out of his mouth.
Yeah. You
yes,
to give him a
quite
kiss.
impressive.
Does he get
Yeah, he
rewarded
said he's
with a
going to
kiss?
come up after the first battle. He said he was going to try to come up and sit with us for the second.
Camille's just sitting there, her hand kind of reaching towards her, I don't know, her dagger or something, but she is frozen on the spot and she's just staring out into nothing. What?
Brand's already on his feet, kind of like his head snapping left and right, trying to see where, or if it was possible to even see this Shadow Queen somewhere else in some other location of the arena.
Roll a perception check.
Oh god.
Anybody that wants to.
Okay.
Dante's sitting there thinking.
Ah, mother.
Well,
Yeah, Sirsha, I think once they came to, she would have definitely been scanning the crowd and trying to make sense and see if she sees where this creature went.
Yeah, you look around, and even with your eagle eyes looking around, scanning the crowd, scanning around even past the platform and anywhere else and into the sky, you are fairly certain that he was not, it is not anywhere to be seen. The sense that you found, Camille, that bad odor that had been in your nose is dissipating.
I don't see it anywhere.
It's not here.
I think with that, Sirsha, been holding on to this, just in case, is going to concentrate and use her primeval awareness, which... where'd it go? So I think that'll give her at least 1 mile to determine if she can sense anything like an aberration, or if it's undead, then can she sense it within a mile?
You take a moment. You take a moment to kind of close your eyes, fixate on this creature that you just saw, and although you can still sense things, it's up to 6 miles is favored, and 1 mile is
yeah,
within
and I'm
1
pretty
mile.
sure they're in the plains or something.
Although you sense things within 1 mile, you do not sense specifically something as strong as what you experienced already. So you already had this. As soon as Camiel says it was undead, you get this sinking feeling. You don't have that anymore. And although you do notice things that seem weak and far, you do not notice anything that seems to be as strong as what you noticed, even without concentrating and focusing on it.
Okay. And she would let out a sigh. Somewhat of relief, somewhat of exasperation. Yeah, I don't sense it. I don't sense it anywhere near us. It's whatever it was, whoever it was, it's gone.
Do you suppose, and he's just been sitting there thinking about this, do you suppose the warning was because of we've been looking into the Vox Populi?
That could be it, yeah.
It's the only thing we've been doing of late.
And I stumbled over my words when I said it, but the quote is, "You are chasing ghosts. You are better leaving the dead in tombs before you awaken something you can't control. In just over 200 days, the 1,000-year debt will be paid by choice or by force."
1,000 years.
More interested in the fact that he said something about, I'm not trying to awaken the dead or something.
That's what I was thinking in regards to the... Well, that's all we've been doing. We've been asking about the Vox Populi.
Yeah.
For 1,000 years, it was... from memory, from Boltzmann's memory, was that anything to do with the Illithids, the Mind Flayers? Like, was it 1,000 years ago?
I'll give you that one without a roll. The Vox Populi are about 1,500 years old.
Okay.
Tribus itself is about 1,000 years old.
Okay. But well, what ghosts are we chasing then if it's not something to do with the Vox Populi?
Let me roll a history check to see if you get any more detail from that. And roll for Boltzmann and anybody else that wants to roll it.
Oh, I'll roll a history check, alright.
Everyone that was in that space with the Shadow Queen can roll a history check.
Yeah, that 8 is
Okay.
solid 8.
How does a 23 sound?
23.
Why do I even try?
Actually, I didn't even think about that, but let me do Emmy. Let me roll for Emmy. Reword that. Because if there's somebody that's going to beat Saoirse in history check there, that 23, it's going to be her. Wait. There. Yeah, she's got a +10.
Yeesh.
Yeah, so between Saoirse and Emmy, you guys start thinking about what exactly said. What was said was just over 200 days, the 1,000-year debt will be paid. It is currently the 5th month of the year for the year. It's just short of, that the 1,000 years ago in 200 days will be the celebration of the birth of Tribus.
Oh. And Saoirse would relay that information. I suspect it's the birth of Tribus has something to do with the Shadow Queen.
Well, that makes sense.
And wasn't it connected to some earlier? This is somewhat out of character. As I recall, wasn't there something about the Shadow Queen being defeated before, and that's how the kingdoms were eventually able to unite and form Tribus?
No. To your knowledge, there's never been an association with Shadow Queen before. The Shadow Queen is something that's fairly new within the past couple of 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The only thing I remember is the Shadow Queen inviting or bringing the Illithid. That I think that's what I kind of remember. That she relocated them to this world.
Yes, when you guys had interviewed is a nice way to put it.
Yeah, we had a friendly chat.
Interviewed and had a friendly chat with
donuts,
yes,
coffee,
the Mind Flayer. Yes, he did say that the Illithids were brought back with the help of the Shadow Queen, but that the Illithids had owed her nothing.
So now we kind of have more questions for somebody to answer for us.
And as you guys are sitting there and you see the crowd kind of dwindling down, you do see Lieutenant kind of make his way over to the side there, taking all the applause and all the adoration from everyone else, being the last man standing on the King's Guard, coming up and giving a nice large kiss to his hand and gesturing towards. You see Delilah, who stands there as you guys are sitting talking amongst yourself. She stands up and claps and puts her hands out towards in a loving manner, and is the focus of this great event for just a moment. And as that happens, that's where we're going to leave tonight's session.
Ooh.
Got stumped there for like I don't know,
cliffhangers.
like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it was good.
No.
I was about to suggest sending Addie over to snuffle around at the throne.
We are not sending Addie to go deal with the Shadow Queen.
Strap bombs to the back of it and just send it off.
You guys don't send magic spells over there, but we can strap bombs to Addie. Send the giant owlbear.
Like, I really was thinking of just having Camiel sacrifice herself and just storm in there and attack
Oh my
the throne.
god, you stop that.
It's subtle.
No, for real!
Subtlety. Just walk over there, pretend that we're somebody. That's what, like, Dante was going to go over there and try and pretend he was, like, some friend with some nobleman or something, just to try and get in there and just sit on the throne by accident. I was
give him a lap dance.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about just trying to get over there so I can sit on their lap and see if they're actually real or just, like,
You're just seeing shit.
It's all in my mind. Alright, more questions. Yay.
Yeah.
Where's our little gnome friend when we need him?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, damn, he's in prison.
In Rupert. Closing tonight. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for all of our followers, supporters this week, every week, for being here and being part of the show. If you missed any part of this episode, the VOD is available immediately on Twitch. They do not stay there forever. If you want to catch up with any of our previous episodes, there are now 20 episodes of the campaign. Congratulations, guys.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Wow. The link to our YouTube is below. Search Black Dragon RP and look for our big Dragon Eye logo. Last thing before we go, I do want to take a moment to shout out our players. In the info box below, you will see some links. Go check out these wonderful people. Some of them have links to their Twitter account, like Throwaway Doodles, who was absent today because of internet issues, but that's okay. We're still able to make fun of him in our own ways.
Always, right?
Ellen, who plays Boltzmann, RPG Theologian, Rob, who plays Saoirse, the Relentless Hunter, Aaron, who plays Branimir, and some who stream on Twitch, like Thumper Knox, Ryan, who plays Dante, Yumi Sagara, Tony, who plays Camiel. They stream right here on Twitch on a somewhat less regular basis than they used to. Tisk. So go and drop them a follow. Last but not least, Brenna, who plays Emmy, who is traveling today and will be here next week, author and writing cheerleader on Twitch, Tuesday to Saturday on Bren Nailed It channel. I'm Brad, so I am known as Monocle Moose on all platforms. Go check all of us out, and go check us out in the info box below. Click the links, say hi to us there.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a promo. I'm going to be streaming Dark Souls. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead and give me a follow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No wonder you want to play that new game coming out.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, we're going to be having a kind of a roundtable discussion of whoever shows up. I know some people can't already, but that's whoever can show up. We're just going to have a little conversation about the campaign so far. We tried to do this before and record it, but I never did anything with it, so we're going to try to do it live. Just quick burst for like an hour at the most, and then maybe play a game after or do something like that. But hopefully everybody can join us there again on Sunday evening, probably a little bit later than our normal time, probably about 10:30, depending on how Fast and the Furious 9 closes. This wraps up this episode from us. Thank you very much for being here. We will see you here again next week, same time, same Twitch channel. We love you very much, and goodbye.
Bye!
Bye!
Bye, everybody!